Lyle, funnily, ran sixth first up. What did you make off his run?
Yeah, really happy. He obviously had a little bit of a injury setback, and then trying to get him ready after that, he was a real handful in the gate. So Benno and his team and all the barrier team, they've done a great job to get him back to races. And to be honest, he hasn't given us a sleepless night since then. So very happy that he could get through that run well unscathed, and I thought he put up a good performance considering being off for so long. And I can only assume that he would have improved from that, and I think that with improvement he'll be a live chance. He's
proven over 1,000 metres, and you've got a better wider draw this week.
Yeah, he obviously, on debut he ran up to a good rating to win, and he had some good runs after that. But like I said, with those little issues after, he had a lot to overcome, and he's got a better barrier, and fitness-wise he would have stripped a lot fitter. So yeah, looking forward to be aboard him, and if he can bounce back to that form from early on, he could be a horse that could continue in Class 3.
Zach, Fast Network again this week. That win last time looked super impressive. Was it the same on his back?
It certainly was. Blinkers on made a big difference. Some horses respond well to them, and he certainly did.
They haven't missed him this week. They've put him up to Class 2 and with a pretty big weight.
Yeah, it's just the rating band of the race. There weren't too many high-rated horses in it, so therefore his weight went up a little bit. But he's a big horse. He should be able to carry it. He'll be okay.
He's been a bit versatile too throughout those 4 starts. You've ridden him forward and back, so does it matter how you jump?
It does. He's still got to jump well. When he hasn't jumped well, he's got himself into an awkward spot, and that brought about his defeat that time. But from the inside gate, he's not going to get cluttered up even if he is a little bit slow out. So it's not as important, but I'd still like him to get out of the gates well.
And he's a genuine just 1,000 metre horse at this stage of his career?
He's always given us the impression that he's wanted further. He's bred to go a little bit further, but he does have a little bit of a breathing issue, which is why we kept him at the 1,000 metre races for now. But we are looking to step him up when we can.
Back to last Sunday, you go from a very promising sprinter this week to a top liner from last week. Have you spoken to David about how the horse pulled up?
Yeah, I have. He pulled up really well. He went home, he ate everything, and the horse is in good order. So that's a good sign, and he's got a little bit of a break now between that run and his next run. So he'll go back to Trongfa and enjoy himself up there as he does, and have a nice little trial there before he comes back.
Must have been really proud, as you said, after the race, of his effort last week with things not going to plan during the run.
Yeah, he's a young 4-year-old. We all expected so much for him, especially coming off the back of a track record. And as I mentioned, sometimes things can happen in races that horses need to try and overcome. And he certainly had a few things thrown at him, and he was still able to win. So I think it was a very good effort.
Andrea, 2 trials. You've ridden in both. Have you been happy with the horse?
Very happy with him. I thought his first trial was quite nicely, and his second trial was even better. He's only had 2 trials, but he seems ready to go.
The start, the first one, he was a bit slow out. Is that just a maturity thing with him?
Yeah, he's only had 2 starts, I think, in Australia, so he's very lightly raced. And it's a little bit sluggish first start, a little bit better the second time. But, he's a horse that obviously we started him off over 1,400. I think he's won over 1,400 in Australia, so he stays very well. And we've got a good draw in 3, which is very, very important, especially with a horse having the first start. Listen, a good draw is important with any horse, but when you're riding a horse that is having his first run in Hong Kong, to get a nice draw makes a big help for me and him. So hopefully he can run a good race.
And you've stuck with him since that last trial. You've ridden plenty of track work on the horse.
Yeah, I actually rode him, I think, 3 days ago, and very well balanced horse, good striding horse, very good mover, very good mind, and no, he's a nice horse. Obviously, we're taking on horses with more experience than him, horses that they've been around here before. But I think he's a horse with a bright future. But it's his first run. He's not all about Sunday. Hopefully, we can get him to run as well as we can. It'll be nice if he wins. But if not, I think he's a nice horse for later on.
Lyle, Sky Trust, he looks just the most honest sort of racehorse in what he's done so far in Hong Kong.
Yeah, he's a really solid horse. He makes it quite easy to ride him because he's tactically quite astute. He gets out the gates well, and last time he sat outside the leader and produced a good finish. He's been just behind them, and he's done everything. And I think that he would be able to even sit a bit further back and unleash a bit more. So I think that there's a few aces up his sleeve still, and Yeah, he's got a good draw to give him every chance once again.
You've just about answered all the other questions. You get in pretty well with the weights too off that last start win, which was good from 14. He had to do it at both ends.
Yeah, it was good from 14, but I'm not disillusioned to the fact that he got over really easy. We went quite a sedate pace after that, where he was nice and relaxed, was able to pick up. So, you know, he overcame those obstacles really comfortably. And you know, from draw one, if we get a trip as nice as that, we'll be in with a good chance again.